He's been accused of committing federal insurance fraud in a lawsuit. Okay, now let's read this. Rob, is this a video?
Well, I have this. I'll show you this. Let
me just read this and I'll come to you. So, Dr. Emanuel Hostin, an orthopedic surgeon and husband of The View co-host Sonny Hostin, is accused in December lawsuit fraudulently billing insurance. By the way, this is a Daily Caller story I'm reading. The lawsuit alleges Hostin knowingly provided fraudulent medical and other healthcare services in exchange for kickbacks and or compensation, and names him among nearly 200 defendants in one of New York's largest RICO cases. Wow. Hostin's attorney, Daniel Twice, denies the allegations, calling the lawsuit a meritless attempt by a near-bankrupt insurance carrier to intimidate doctors and restrict healthcare benefits. The case involves claims that Hostin performs unnecessary surgeries on patients after minor accidents without exploring less invasive.
Welcome back to Glam Spill. Let's get right into it. Sonny Hostin, co-host of The View, and her husband, renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. Emanuel Hostin, are now caught in a scandal that threatens to derail both their careers and their meticulously crafted public image. Once celebrated as a power couple, balancing media influence, medical prestige, and financial success, they now find themselves at the heart of a shocking legal and financial disaster. Insiders close to the couple have just dropped a bombshell. Sonny and Dr. Hostin have officially filed for bankruptcy. Their once thriving empire, built on high-profile television appearances and an elite medical practice, is now crumbling under the pressure of mounting legal troubles.
Critics say that you make everything about race.
Yeah.
And what's your response to people when they say that?
My response to people is that unfortunately, because of the origins of this country and the original sin of this country, everything is about race. And that's just true, right? But if we were a country that could come to grips with our history, accept our history, perhaps pay reparation, have a personal legal note.
I think the other one asking the question is dumber than Kamala, so she's a dummy. I watched her over the years. That is one dumb woman.
Donald Trump, I want to thank you for personally telling so many lies and committing so many alleged crimes and providing us with material on a daily basis. You help us do our jobs, and I'm so appreciative.
What was once a life of luxury, influence, and stability has spiraled into a nightmare of lawsuits, intense public scrutiny, and financial devastation. But the most jaw-dropping twist? Dr. Emanuel Hostin has been named in a massive RICO lawsuit, the very same legal weapon typically used to dismantle organized crime syndicates. That's right, a law designed to take down mob bosses and criminal empires is now being wielded in a scandal that cuts deep into the medical industry. So, how did everything unravel so disastrously? Reports suggest that Dr. Hostin's legal troubles began long before the bankruptcy filing. As a leading orthopedic surgeon, he once enjoyed an impeccable reputation, but behind closed doors, lawsuits were stacking up. Allegations of medical malpractice, insurance fraud, and unethical medical practices had been quietly building. Then came the real shocker, the moment the RICO case was unsealed, sending shockwaves through both the medical and legal communities. The lawsuit alleges that Dr. Hostin was at the heart of a multi-million-dollar insurance fraud scheme, where he and a network of medical professionals reportedly billed insurance companies for surgeries that either never took place or were entirely unnecessary. Patients who once put their trust in him are now coming forward, claiming they were nothing more than pawns in a high-stakes financial operation designed to funnel millions into the pockets of those involved.
For the work that he's been trained his whole life to do. So there are a lot of problems with it. But the notion that we are in a violent country, this country was built on violence. We're a very violent country.
Rob, you can stop. Yeah, you can stop it. But she's talking about the whole Luigi Mangione and all that situation. And mind you, she is not implicated in the lawsuit at all. But it's just, I mean, Pat, you're married. Tom, you're married. If your husband's doing something, if he's allegedly doing something like this, you guys would know if your wives were up to some nefarious stuff. But let's just not forget who she is. She's been, for years, lecturing America about morality, inequality, systemic failures, and look at her track record. How many times does she have to go on in the past 2 months and look at the camera and do a legal apology for all the stuff that she said on the show? And then she also, on Trump's win, calling the loss because of uneducated white women that Trump won.
We have to know that this is accused.
And just like that, the illusion of perfection came crashing down. Investigators have reportedly uncovered a tangled web of falsified medical records, illegal kickbacks, and phantom surgeries. A scheme so elaborate it feels ripped straight from the pages of a crime novel. But this isn't fiction. This is the harsh reality that Sunny and Emanuel Hostin are now facing. For Sunny, the scandal has been nothing short of catastrophic. Once celebrated for her sharp legal analysis and moral authority on The View, she now finds herself in an unthinkable position, no longer the commentator dissecting the news, but the one making headlines. The woman who built her career on exposing corruption and injustice is now under the relentless glare of public scrutiny. And the headlines? They're no longer about her fearless takes on politics and the law. They're about her husband's alleged crimes and her own financial downfall. But the nightmare doesn't end there. On top of the RICO case, reports suggest that both Sunny and Emanuel are now facing serious allegations of financial misconduct. According to sources, the couple engaged in dubious financial maneuvers to maintain their opulent lifestyle, designer wardrobes, luxury real estate, extravagant vacations, and a meticulously curated image of elite success crafted for public admiration. Now, with their empire in free fall, the couple has officially filed for bankruptcy, a move that some insiders claim is nothing more than a last-ditch effort to shield their remaining assets. But is this truly a financial crisis, or a calculated legal move to shield themselves from the overwhelming weight of lawsuits and mounting legal fees? Court documents reportedly indicate that their liabilities far exceed their assets. Even with Sunny's lucrative salary from The View, it barely makes a dent in their spiraling financial troubles. The lawsuits, which could result in damages reaching tens of millions, pose a serious threat to their entire fortune. Meanwhile, Emanuel's once illustrious medical career is unraveling before the public's eyes. The very practice that once brought them wealth and prestige has now become ground zero for a scandal that could destroy them both. His reputation, once considered untouchable, is now in tatters, leaving the couple scrambling to salvage what little remains of their legacy. And at the center of it all, the explosive RICO lawsuit, the most damning accusation yet. Dr. Hostin is now being accused of masterminding a large-scale criminal operation that systematically defrauded insurance companies through a network of unnecessary, and in some cases, entirely fabricated surgeries. Investigators claim this scheme involved multiple doctors, medical billing firms, and even hospital administrators, all allegedly working together to siphon millions from the healthcare system. If these allegations hold up, they turn Dr. Hostin's once prestigious career into a cautionary tale of unchecked greed and corruption, a stark reminder of the darkest corners of the modern medical industry. The scandal has completely shattered the image of a respected surgeon, replacing it with that of a man accused of orchestrating a massive financial scam at the expense of both patients and insurers. And for Sunny Hostin, the public fallout has been nothing short of humiliating. A woman who built her career on exposing corruption and demanding accountability now finds herself entangled in a scandal that threatens to destroy everything she's worked for. The contrast is striking. Once a fearless interrogator on The View, Sunny Hostin now finds herself at the center of headlines dissecting her silence. Her refusal to publicly address the allegations has only fueled speculation. Why isn't she speaking out? Is she protecting her husband, distancing herself, or simply waiting for legal counsel? Behind the scenes, tension is reportedly mounting at The View. Insiders claim producers are growing uneasy, worried that Sunny's legal troubles are becoming a major distraction for the show. Some even suggest that her future on the panel could be in jeopardy. And just when it seemed things couldn't get any worse, new allegations have surfaced. Both Sunny and Emanuel are now accused of attempting to hide assets in the months leading up to their bankruptcy filing. Investigators are reportedly scrutinizing a series of suspicious financial transactions, including sudden property transfers, and the rapid liquidation of high-value assets. Critics are already speculating that this isn't a bankruptcy of necessity. It's a carefully orchestrated legal maneuver to shield their remaining wealth from the avalanche of lawsuits. If those allegations hold weight, this legal battle is far from over, and the consequences could be even more severe than anyone expected. Should these claims hold up in court, the couple could be facing additional legal trouble, possibly adding charges of defrauding creditors to their already mounting financial and criminal woes. What started as a scandal has now spiraled into a full-blown legal nightmare, one that could have life-altering consequences for both Sunny and Emanuel Hostin. As this high-profile case unfolds, one thing is certain: the once glamorous life of the Hostins is now in ruins. The legal and media spotlight is relentless, with every move they make scrutinized by the public. Despite the mounting pressure, Sunny has yet to break her silence on either the bankruptcy or the devastating allegations. But in a scandal of this magnitude, silence can speak volumes. A woman who once commanded attention on The View, unafraid to voice bold opinions, now finds herself retreating from the public eye as the controversy engulfs her. Meanwhile, Dr. Emanuel Hostin has reportedly assembled a high-powered legal team in a desperate bid to fight the accusations. But according to insiders, his chances of escaping liability are growing slimmer by the day. The RICO case presents a damning narrative of fraud, deception, and corruption, one that prosecutors are prepared to prove in court. It appears the once idyllic life of the Hostins has come crashing down. The couple, once celebrated as a symbol of power, success, and influence, may now be remembered for a stunning fall from grace, one that could end in both financial and professional ruin. But this story is far from over. The dramatic downfall of Sonny and Emanuel Hostin has captivated the public, a cautionary tale of what happens when fame, fortune, and ambition collide with scandal, greed, and legal reckoning. The final verdict remains to be seen, but one thing is clear: the days of the Hostins' picture-perfect life are officially over. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. More explosive stories are coming soon. See you in the next one.